Alright, we're looking here at some more possible congruence shortcuts here. We're going to look at hypotenuse leg, angle side angle, and angle side. First one, hypotenuse leg, here's the definition. It's essentially, all it is side angle, which we've said before, side angle does not work. However, in side angle, when you have a right angle, if the angle is a right angle, if it measures 90 degrees, then we're okay. That's the only time it'll work. So in this case, we have two pairs of congruent sides and an angle not included. If the angle is 90 degrees, great. If it's 60 degrees, though, that can't happen. That wouldn't be good enough. It has to be 90 degrees. So we're going to say what pieces of information are congruent, and then in the end we can say triangle ABC congruent to triangle DEF right there. They must be 90-degree angles. To look at an example of another one we can use, if we have right here these triangles, first step we know, what do we know? WX is congruent to XZ. We also know that the shared side, XY, is congruent to itself. And the last one, we'll have angle Y congruent to angle Y. Right here. You could also say angle XYZ congruent to angle XYW, if that helps. But more importantly, these are 90-degree angles. We need to specify that, because this is side angle, but because it's a 90-degree angle, we can say it's hypotenuse leg. So by HL, then we have triangle WXY congruent to triangle ZXY. Our second shortcut we learned is ASA, which is two angles now and an included side. The side has to be in between, so in this case, by angle side angle. So look at another example here. In this one, we know that angle P is congruent to angle M. We know that angle N is congruent to itself because these are vertical angles in here, so I can mark them as such. And the segment I know is PN congruent to MN. So, by angle side angle, I can say triangle LMN congruent to triangle OPN. The last one, angle side. Or if you want to go the other way, I can say side angle. It's no problem. I don't say anything inappropriate this way. Angle side angle is two angles, and this time the side is not between, like it was before. It's on the outside here. So in this case, PRQ and SUT are congruent to each other. If we do an example, we're going to say our first step is we'll say angle E congruent to angle H. Another thing we know is that FG is congruent to itself. And the last one is that angle G congruent to itself as well. Angle G and angle G are both right angles. So this is something to look for. Just because this is the right angle doesn't mean it has to be HL. It does not have to be. In this case, we're going to look at angle, and a side not in between them. So, by angle, side, triangle EGF congruent to triangle HGF.